Okay, so welcome back to Talking with Teresa, and today I'm going to be talking about the body as a prophetic tool. Excuse the lighting, I got a light over here. It's a little dark in here, but work with me. I just wanted to drop a couple of words for you guys tonight because it's been a minute since I've done a video. So I'm gonna try to keep it short. Excuse me if I fly through this, but it's kind of late and I'm mega hungry and I want to eat something. So the body is a prophetic tool. How do I start? And this is off the top of the dome. I got a little bit of notes, but I'm really gonna just kind of freestyle it for the sake of it's Freestyle Friday. Freestyle Friday, yeah, I like that. So we were given everything that we need to heal ourselves, to cure ourselves, to be abundant, to be prosperous. We were born that way. It's our birthright. And one of the wonderful things that we were given was this wonderful vehicle that we live in, our body. Oh my God, the body is a wonderful thing. And one of the best things that the body does is give us a clue when we have negative thinking, okay, and negative emotion. And by the time the body lets you know that you have negative thinking and you have negative emotion, you've already been in that thought pattern for a very, very long time, or that thought pattern was passed to you from generational curse or iniquities, whatever you want to call it, or is past life stuff. Whether you believe in it or not, you are collective consciousness and you do have stuff from the past. It's just what it is. So by the time, again, something reaches your skin, something reaches your organs, it has already been there manifesting for quite a while. So for example, I have low iron, anemia, right? Oh, I'm not going to confess that. I don't have it. I am curing myself from anemia or whatever. And really I am. Like, it's really not there most of the time, but when I get in a terrible state of mind, it will kind of pop up and let me know that I need to uproot the thoughts that I'm thinking. So a person that is challenged with anemia has a lot of yeah, but thoughts. Like, yeah, I can manifest this, but, or yeah, I'm gonna graduate, and then, but it's always a yeah, but, and that weakens the blood because it weakens what you're manifesting, okay? So yeah, stuff like that. So that's what I'm gonna talk about. I think I have about 10 different things on my list over here, but I may only get to 5 because of time, and I want to do the ones that I get the most questions about. So let's get in it. Let's just get in it. And if I think of anything I need to come back and say, I'll try to come back and say it on another video. So the first one, well, I talked about anemia. That's a lot of the yeah buts. Yeah, but this, yeah, but that. Not really wholeheartedly believing positively. A lot of pessimism, a lot of worry, a lot of anxiety. I am a big ball of anxiety when I am transitioning through frequencies. I get very anxious about things, and it does make me have a little anemic moment. But then my body lets me know, my blood lets me know that, hey, you tripping, fix your thoughts, fix the anemia, you take what you take. And I'll do another video on taking what you take to cure disease. I don't really believe in healing anything. I believe in curing it. So you take what you need to take, work with your mind, work with your body, get it up out you, and then it's gone. And you'll see over time, once you get the method of curing, not healing, that when you do have the same thing like anemia pop up again, because you checked it hard the first time, if it does come back the second time, it's a little less. If you don't check it hard the first time, when it comes back the second time, it's kicking your ass, okay? I don't like things to kick my ass, so I check it the first time. So next is, I get questions about this one all the time. Genital herpes. A person who has attracted genital herpes, your ass attracted it, It wasn't given to you. You gave it to yourself. You needed it to check your mind. The person has a lot of thoughts and emotion on guilt. They carry around a lot of guilt, especially on sexuality. They believe in a punishing God, that God is punishing them because maybe they're having sex and they're not married. It could even be a thing to where they're sleeping with someone that's married, or even they're married, or cheating, or however it goes, or cheating on a girlfriend or whatever, and they attract that through really deeply rooted guilt, like I shouldn't be doing this is wrong, and they don't understand the natural nature of sex. And then they also have, some of them, not all of them, also have I guess you could say rejection, a lot of rejection issues. And it could just be because of their body. Like maybe, he ain't what he want to be. And maybe she ain't as wet as she want to be. I'm trying to keep it. I'm trying to keep it PG or whatever. But just the rejection, body shame will have you attracting that particular disease. So it's essential for a person to believe in the wholeness of sex, and how sex and spirituality can't be separated, and also how sex is healing. Note to self, I'm celibate now 3 years, so I need to heal myself. Maybe I need to go on and get it popping. Anyway, I don't have genital herpes though, let me say that. That's just a question that I get. I think I need to edit that out. I don't know. Anyway, next. And I've never had it. Never had to cure myself from it. But I just want to put that out there. I've never had to cure myself from that. Anyway, next is, let's go to glaucoma. Yeah. I've been seeing a lot of older people with glaucoma, but lately I've been seeing a lot of people in their 30s and 40s with glaucoma. And essentially, glaucoma comes from a person who has a really hard time forgiving. And the forgiveness, or the mind state of a person who has glaucoma, their mind has basically become, I don't have anything. It's like concrete. They have concrete unforgiveness, to where I don't care what you do. You could give them $1 million. You could cut your toe off. You could dance a jig on your head, whatever, and they're not gonna forgive you. They have very hard forgiveness. And when you fix your mind that way, it changes your perspective. It changes your outlook on life. It changes the way that you see people. They also have trust issues too. Don't trust people. You heard, I don't trust him. I don't trust her. That's just because how they perceive things. So in order to reverse that, number one, it's things that you can do with honey. It's things that you can do with silver. It's things that you can do with a few other things, black seed oil. But the major thing that you can do to reverse your glaucoma is really start forgiving, and start with yourself. Because that's the root of all unforgiveness, is that reflection of self. I hope I made that clear. I feel like it's not that clear, but really hard unforgiveness for glaucoma. Okay? Next, let's get into cancer, because it's a lot of that popping up. Whew, Lord. So many different types of cancer. Overall, cancer does deal with unforgiveness. It does deal with rejection. It deals with fear. It deals with, oh my God, so many different things. But let's get into breast cancer. So breasts represent on the body nurturing, nourishment, food of the soul, for the baby. We feed our babies with our breast. And also self-love. And you don't really see a lot of men with breast cancer, but there are a few cases. But 2 different ways that breast cancer shows up. So first way is an overprotecting, or overbearing, or over-nurturing mother, a mother who don't want her children to go here, go there. She just becomes entirely too much. A lot of fearful thoughts. Oh, my children are going to go to jail, or they're going to get killed by the police. And I get it. I understand it. I had those thoughts too. I had 2 lumps in my breast that I dissolved on my own. And I noted that, okay, it's because of how I'm thinking about my son. Let me check that. Another way the lumps arise, and it's normally in the right breast for a woman. The first one about your children or your family, that's the left breast. Right breast is not enough self-love. And again, I go back to men. Women are the ones that's kind of pushing out the love and doing the taking care of and cooking the meals and making sure the man is good. And we put ourselves last on the list. You got your family, well, you got God or whatever you worship. You got your family, you got your work, you got all of these things. And then we put ourselves last. And your breasts are trying to let you know that you need some nurturing. You need some care. You need to maybe even sit down and just rub your titties or something. I don't know. But something along those lines. A lot of self-love. And actually, that's what I'm doing tonight. Friday nights are my self-love night. And I'm about to love all up on myself tonight. Okay, so I am at 12, almost 12 minutes. And I want to hit one more because my camera's going to give me a flashing light. Teeth. Let's get into teeth. Favorite. So on my list, I have feet, knee, fibroid tumors, glaucoma, genital herpes, stiffness, body stiffness. I have thighs, I have teeth, I have feet, I have neck, and the head. I have so many different things that I'm not going to have time to get into tonight. I may do a part 2. I say I'm going to do a part 2, and I never end up doing them. But I got 5 seconds left in my 12 minutes. Pooey. Let me pause this because I really want to do it. All right, so I'm back and I'm going to get into the teeth, and then since I started another video, I may talk a little bit more, but I feel like I'm talking your face off, so maybe I won't. And then I think I look a little cross-eyed with my glasses on, so I want to hop off this thing and do some self-love on my eyes. Teeth. So when I'm doing my work on a person, whether it's physical work or I'm doing my little energetic thing that I do, one of the first things I look at is their teeth. And teeth give me a clue about your decision-making abilities. So a person that has chipped teeth, chipped tooth, and they just keep chipping, very indecisive person. They have a hard time making decisions. Missing teeth gives me a big indication that when you had some major life choices to make, your ass made the wrong choices, and you carry around the emotion of those choices. You didn't let it go. And sometimes the teeth may be intact, but when I'm doing the other type of work, I'll look at someone and their spirit guides or angels, whatever you want to call them, will show me that they have missing teeth. So they'll give me the image of the person with no teeth. And I'm like, oh, okay, so this person doesn't really have good decision-making abilities. The only way really to reverse that, if your teeth gone, then they gone. Yeah, it's nothing you can really do about it. But moving forward, to keep your teeth, just be very decisive. And if you make a decision, don't view it as being right or wrong, because it is no right or wrong. There's no such thing as right or wrong. It's just what it is, and you get the effect of what you chose to do. And there are no negative effects. There's only effects that make you grow. And if you take that mind frame and just say to yourself, you know, all things work out for my good. No matter how hard it is, all things work out for my good. You keep your teeth. Another indication that teeth give me, if a person has had to have a root canal. So when I'm talking with someone, I ask so many different questions because I need to get a whole picture of what's going on. That's what holistic healing is. You get a whole damn picture of what's going on. So I'll ask about the teeth, if they have any cavities, root canals, So if a person has had a root canal, that lets me know immediately that their body and their mind and their emotion went through a major transformation, be it a good transformation where they went higher or a bad transformation where they went lower. And within that transformation, the root, the core of what they believed, hence root canal, what they believed totally dissipated. And when it went away, they didn't have their security. They didn't have that stability, and it rocked their very foundation. And within that, because they didn't have a foundation, they lost their security. They couldn't feel like they could make adequate decisions, if that makes sense. So it was a period of indecisiveness, or is this right or is this wrong? You'll see a lot of that in spiritual awakenings. People will kind of lose themselves because you lose everything that's familiar to you. You lose your identity, your religion, your friends, your money, your job, your car. You lose everything. So your teeth, the roots of you, kind of let you know, like, hey, you're losing shit. You have to kind of rebuild and rebalance. I don't feel like I said that good either, but y'all get what I'm saying, right? Right. Okay. So I'm at 4 minutes. I may do one more. Stiffness. Let's get into stiffness. When you come into this world, a baby can bend and move, and it's gushy and it's smushy and it's just wonderful, a big ball of juice. The older we get, we become extremely stiff. The joints hurt, can't bend this way, can't bend that way, and ultimately that stiffness represents stuck thought forms. Okay, I'm gonna say that again. The stiffness represents stuck thought forms, right? So say you are doing yoga and you want to do a back bend, right? Your back bend is your spine. It works the upper spine and the lower spine. And you just can't seem to bend yourself back. Like your upper back just ain't freaking going nowhere, right? If it's your upper back and it's super stiff, that means you have a lot of stuck emotion, anger, relationship stuff, hurt stuff. All of that stuff is stuck in your upper back. Then, okay, so maybe your lower back ain't budging too. You go down a little lower. That's where your finances are. If you have a lot of thoughts about money issues, how you gonna get it, when you gonna get it, how to come up with it, you will have stiffness in your lower back. And those thought forms by themselves will won't allow for your money to come through, or won't allow for a relationship or something to come through. So what you want to do is take some time, wiggle your back, work on your back bends, bend forward, bend to the side, bend to the back, because you're only as young as your spine. All right, so if you can't bend and get to moving, then you're gonna be an old ass motherfucker, excuse my language, but you're gonna be really old at a young age, right? So I don't want to be 50 years old and my body is like I'm 50 years old. I want to be 50 years old and my body is like I'm 20 years old. Okay, so just releasing those thought forms. Go get a massage. I'm a firm believer in yoga. However, yoga is yoga. Yoga releases a lot because it's a union of many different things, and it's not something that should be practiced on its own, especially if you are a conscious person. Yoga is not something that you should do on your own because you will really shake yourself up. But if you're not a conscious person, then go ahead and try yoga, but you're probably gonna wake yourself up to some things. All right, I'm out of here. This was Talking with Teresa. I am Teresa, the talkologist, although I hate titles, but you can call me a talkologist if you would like, or you could just call me Teresa. Please like, share, and subscribe. I hope you guys got something out of this, my little rant, and I will try to get into some more of this later. Please tell me what you think. All right, shawty.